Hi guys, it's another beautiful day to learn, and once again, you're welcome to Data Crunchers. Today we're going to be talking about VLOOKUPs, right? The VLOOKUP is an Excel function as well. VLOOKUP, as the name says, VLOOKUP, it literally just means vertical lookup. Though I like to call it value lookup because it's just easier for me to understand I'm looking for a value. It is used to look up and retrieve data from a specific column in the table. Right? Shall we dive straight into one? Let's do it. Right. So the table that we have in front of me right now has 4 columns here: department ID, head of department, the department, and the settings, whether it's remote or hybrid or whatnot. Now let's assume there's another table, there's another sheet here created that has, let me copy this over here. That has this, right? And they probably have department, location. Let's assume that's location. Let's say this is in South Africa, that's in USA, that's in the UK, that's in Thailand, and that's in Nigeria, right? Now, we only know the department ID so far. Let's say this is another table entirely. But there is a table here in the previous sheet that has the department ID and also has the department name, correct? But we need to bring that department names in this table here, from this column over here, to this table over here, right? So let's name this column department name. Let me space it out slightly over here. Okay, let's format this once. Okay, so format it. So this is now the department ID, department location, and department name. Now, we only have these department IDs. Whoever's looking at this table will be thinking, what is this? But that's where VLOOKUP comes in. What you have to do at this point is, we then need to look up this value here. Remember, that's why I said I call it value lookup. We then need to look up these values here in this table over here. That's where things like VLOOKUP comes in. So we type in our formula here. The formula is called VLOOKUP, as the name says. So every formula you're typing, you obviously have to start with an equal to. So equals VLOOKUP. Again, when you type in a formula in Excel, it will guide you on what to do next. So once we type in the formula here, you can see where it says VLOOKUP. It will ask you, okay, so the next thing we're supposed to be looking for is the value. In this case, let's say we're looking for S909. So what is S909? What department is this? So we click on the cell that contains the value that we're looking for, which is S909 is housed in cell A2, right? So we type in A2, we click on the cell A2. Then the next thing we do is a comma. That comma means up onto the next query. So the next thing it's asking us to find is the table array, meaning we know you're looking for this cell, we know you're looking for this S909, but where are you looking for it from? From which table are you picking out this S909, right? So we go in here and highlight the table. Highlight the table, right? If you look in the formula bar over here, you can see that it said that sheet 1 from cells A2 to cells D6 has been highlighted, right? So we are looking for department, which is in column 3, the C column here that you see here. So let's count again. Column A is 1, column B is 2, column C is 3, and column D is 4. But we are looking for department in this case, which is column 3, right? So After we put a comma over there, we type in the column number. The column number, after, remember we counted it, column 1, 2, 3. The column we're looking for is column 3. So we type in that number 3, meaning column 3. And then it doesn't stop there. Right, so the next argument, so after you enter a comma, the next argument is an argument of true or false. What true does is, it'll give you an approximate match. It might not be exactly what you want to look for. It might not give you exactly the figure, exactly the value that you're looking for. Let's try and do a true right now and see what it brings up for us. So if we close this right now and do a true, right, it will give you, most of the time, it will give you something that is not right, not correct. Yeah. But if we go back to that same formula over there and use a false means give me exact match. Give me the exact thing I'm looking for, right? So S909 will be from table 1. S909 is sales, right? If you want to confirm that, go back there again. S909 sales, right? And of course, we can replicate the formulas. See, FIN323 is finance over here. IT002 is IT over here as well. Okay, and the same thing works for if we have to do things like if we have to bring over something like HOD or whatnot, we can use the same formula as well. Okay, so let's assume we want to treat everything on this table alone, right? And let's say we're doing that VLOOKUP again here, and then we're looking for another, again, S909 from here. We enter the same formula. This is just an easier way to do it. So, you know, it's not complicated from moving from one table to another. This is in the same sheet, right? So, equal VLOOKUP. The value is what we typed over here, S909, comma. The table array is this table here, right? Table array is where you're getting this, where you're getting the data from, comma. The column index. Let's say in this case we're looking for department settings. So yeah, the settings, the work settings, do they work remote or is it hybrid or is it what is it? So in that case, the column index will be this A is column 1, B is column 2, department C is column 3, settings is D column 4. So let's say we're looking for column 4. And again, we're looking for the exact match, looking for the same thing, not approximate, exact match, exactly. So we click that, we open a close parentheses, and boom. So now we know that S909, which is this department here, they work remotely. Since we used, if you look in this formula properly, we clicked cell B10 that contained this thing over here. So that means we can actually literally just change whatever department we want to enter. We can just enter department here, and the VLOOKUP answer will change according to whatever we enter here. So let's look for IT002. Let's say IT002. You notice that actually changed to office. That changed to office. Yeah. And also, a better way to do this is if you say like you have so many departments and you don't want to keep typing in one by one, stay here, highlight the cell that you want to format. Go to data here. See the data column at the top of the Excel table. Go to data column. Then once you get to data column, you will see something that says data validation. Data validation is in the data column on Excel. Click on the data validation, and on the settings, in the settings, you will see where it says allow. The default thing that is there is allow any value. You change this to a list. right? Change that to a list. Then see where it says source over here? It's asking you, where do you want to create this list from? This list that you're trying to generate, where do you want to create it from? You click on that. You highlight where the list is. As you can see, the source of the list is from cell A2 to cell A6. Cell A2 to cell A6 as written here. Yeah, once you do that, click OK. So this cell here becomes a drop-down cell. So that means you can then click on this drop-down arrow here, pick whatever you want to pick, and it will change according to however you want it. Okay. Now that is VLOOKUP. There's also another one called XLOOKUP. The difference between VLOOKUP and XLOOKUP is not that much. So VLOOKUP, what it does is it searches value to the right lookup of the column to the right, right? Meanwhile, XLOOKUP can search in any direction, right? If VLOOKUP's error handling is different, right? If it doesn't find the value it's looking for, it will just VLOOKUP will give you not applicable as a response, NA. But in XLOOKUP, it can actually give you, you can specify what you want to put there if the value that you're looking for is not found. We will discuss XLOOKUP as time goes on. But for now, I hope you enjoyed VLOOKUP. Okay, so please like, subscribe, share the video, and I'll see you next time.